Bonjour, my fellow younglings. I hope you're well and looking forward to episode 113 of Regen Rovers. I am, because we're playing two big games today against Sunderland away from home and Aston Villa. Two teams we have played in live comms before, I think. But they're two huge teams in this division. They've got massive fan bases, they've got lots of history. And of course, Sunderland will be looking for revenge against us. We managed to beat them against all odds in the playoff semi-finals last season. Despite their very strong team, the likes of Ronaldo, Watson, who incidentally is injured, which really does do us a favour because he's a good-looking player, isn't he? Look at all those attributes. So I'm glad they're missing him today. They are also floating around the playoffs just like we are. We've carried on where we left off last season, really. Obviously, last season, at the start of the season, we were sort of floating around mid-table for the first third of the season, and then we powered on. Great unbeaten run, finishing the playoffs. But this season, we're in the playoff zone from the start. We're now 15 games in, so we're getting towards that halfway point of the season, I guess. And we've gone on a decent run since we were defeated by Burnley in the last episode. We've only lost one game since then. We followed that Burnley result up then with a good 2-2 draw against 4th place Wolves. They were 4th at the time, I don't know where they are now. I'm sure the lighting today, is that right? Or, I don't know. Let's go with that. They actually went 2-0 up in the first half, but right at the start of the second half, we turned it around thanks to Hans Heijn, our German pirate, and Spencer Drury a minute later. Brilliant couple goals from us to respond to a poor first half, really. This was the first goal. Hans Heijn just blasting it home. JCG with the assist, I think. That was his first ever goal for the club, which is great to see. And then a minute later, that man Spencer Drury, who's on fire this season, he's just scoring goal after goal, despite the fact we're not as prolific as last season. Lovely assist from Lorenzini, and Drury tucked it away for his 5th goal of the season to salvage a point for us. Really good result. We then managed to get another 1-0 win. Seems to be our most popular result this season. We have managed to keep clean sheets once again in the last few games, which is good to see. It's the 20th minute that Spencer Drury struck the winner. Mohamed Yahya, man of the match in this game. Once again, the defence playing very well. They were completely out of this game, though. We did dominate this game. We should have won by more than one goal. But it was enough. That's the main thing. We got the 3 points. Yahya just blasting up the pitch. Lorenzini profiting on a mistake, and Drury with the easiest of finishes for his 6th goal of the season. 3-0 win against Brighton and Hove Albion away from home. Really, really good result. I'm surprised by this, I must say. But it was once again the defence that played very well. You can see they had 2 clear-cut chances, 6 half chances. It's quite a chance-heavy game. Lots of shots as well from both teams. But Fuad Kachar, 8.3 in goal, had to pull off a couple of good saves for us. Edwards at the back, 8.4. He has been stupendous this season. Got the highest average rating out of any of our players. He's just been called up to the Welsh team for the first time as well. So well done to him. He's gone from strength to strength this season. 7.41 in all competitions this year. He is very important for us at the back. Right then, so this was the first goal. Our German pirate. He just looks like a pirate. I don't know why. But he opened the scoring. Lovely ball from Lorenzini. Great finish from Hans Heijn, and that made it 1-0. But then 55th minute, an own goal from Brighton handed us a second. Heijn hitting it. It was a right old scrap. Look at that. That was carnage. That really was. Pretty unfortunate for Brighton and Hove Albion. And then we rounded it off with another goal, a 3rd goal. Yahya into Lorenzini. This is nice football from us. Hare getting involved as well, and Schultz. Lots of Germans in this team now. It's we had a German owner previously. That was a great strike from JCG, by the way. Just ignoring the fact there. But when we had a German owner, we didn't really have any. Well, we had Schultz, didn't we? And now we've just signed loads of Germans. Next game was a 2-0 defeat against Stoke City. So this was only our 3rd defeat in the league all season. We just couldn't get into this. I mean, it was a pretty equal game in regards to shots and chances. Well, half chances. We didn't have any clear-cut chances, but they were just too solid at the back for us, and they did punish us in the end. Blair Young. Someone with Young as the last name scored against us. That's just not allowed. He does look rather good, doesn't he? But back to winning ways straight away with a 2-0 away win against Peterborough United. The first goal was from Stephen Dean, and it wasn't a free kick, believe it or not. He scored from open play, which is very, very rare for him. He scored a couple in his time, but not many. Nice little finish from a Mehmeti ball, actually. I've decided to stick him in the middle instead of Garber to see how he got on, and he did manage to play quite well, actually. This was the second goal then. JCG running through, putting a ball across. Spencer Drury with the header. The keeper probably should have done better, but Drury's not going to moan about that. 7th goal of the season, and he scored his 8th against Walsall in a very, not lacklustre, but solid performance from us. There wasn't anything to rave about in this, but remember, Walsall beat us 3-0 last season, so it's quite a good result, really. McGuigan didn't play very well up front. Lorenzini unfortunately got injured for a week, so was unable to play in this. And when Lorenzini doesn't play, we really do miss him. But fortunately, Spencer Drury managed to get another winning goal in a 1-0 win. He has won us so many points this season. Will he be golden? Will he get the golden boot this year ahead of Lorenzini? Time will tell. He does tend to pick up the odd injury here and there, so we'll just have to see if he can stay injury-free this season. So, somehow, we're 5th in the Championship after 15 games. 9 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses, plus 7 goal difference. Defence is very solid, as you can see. We're only 7 points off the top Aston Villa, who we're playing today, and 1 point off second place Brighton. This is the team I'm going with. Fuat Kachar in goal, Stephen Dean, Rhodes, Edwards and Yahya. That is just our back four these days. Not 100% sure if Rhodes will be the best option going forwards. He's been good, not as good as Edwards. But I suppose if I put someone like Brad Howard in there, he's not played that well in the few games he has played. I don't want to disrupt the defence, so I think keeping that back four is very important. In the middle, we're going with Mehmeti instead of Garber. Mehmeti's actually played very well in the last 5 games, so I'm going to give the young... is he Turkish? Albanian, sorry. Young Albanian an opportunity in the middle. He's got 2 caps for Albania at the age of 21. He's also a set-piece taker, good corners, so that could benefit us as well. And going alongside Schultz, our German engine in the middle, who he runs all day. He's got stamina as well. He's pacey, brave, good tackler of the ball. Plays it simple. He is a quality player. He really is. Probably maybe not our best player, but certainly our best midfielder. On the wings, we've got JCG, who has been good. He's once again stolen that position from Pascual, who had a good game against Middlesbrough, but that's been his only good game of the season. Hans Hayne, he's a bit inconsistent, but he has scored a couple goals for us and got a couple assists, so he's staying on the left-hand side. Giordano, in the few games he has played, hasn't played particularly well, but he's on the bench today. And Lorenzini is back from injury and he's up front. He's got half as many goals as Spencer Drury, so he wants to catch up. He does actually have a better average rating though, probably because he's been picking up assists as well. Question of the day. I haven't done a question of the day for yonks. I haven't done many features for ages really. We've got to that stage of the series where it's very long into the series and I guess I want to mix things up a bit. So a question of the day today is... very random. What's your favourite colour? If you don't answer green, you're not a true Regen Rovers fan, are you? No. To be honest, my favourite colour when I was younger was always red. And I don't know... actually, I do know why. My middle name is James. Fact of the day. And I love Thomas the Tank Engine. But I actually prefer James from the Thomas the Tank Engine. And but basically, because my middle name was James, I didn't actually say that. So because my middle name was James, I loved James from Thomas the Tank Engine. He was red, so red was my favourite colour. You know, that's the logic you have when you're a child. So I always loved red, but I kind of started to like blue a bit later into childhood, as most boys do. I do like a good green though, I must say. I'm wearing a green top today. It's dark green. It's not the Regen Rovers green. It's more like the Regen Rovers current badge, to be fair. That's the thing. Do I change the badge when we go up to the Premier League? Do we have another badge competition thing? I know some people didn't really like this one when it first came in compared to the old one, but I actually really like it. I think it's really stylish, really modern, fits in with the Regen Rovers ethos. I think that's motivated the lads. The other thing today to deliberate is, do I go counter? We're going up to Sunderland, a big team. They are blowers in the table though, so maybe we should be going attacking. Hit them on the the offensive from the start and catch them unawares. We're going to go with that. But they will be a very strong team. Even without Ronaldo Watson up front, they will be a good team. They've got Bozovic. They want to punish us, don't they, for last season, I'm sure. Here they come then. Early on, Krizan hit. Oh, it's wide. It's wide. My defenders do seem to split a bit too much and let strikers down the middle. That is a problem, I find. Futkachar plays it to Jonathan Edwards, the star of this season. And here's Hans Hayne now, the Pirates, charging forwards with his cutlass. But that was awful. He's just run into a crowd of players unnecessarily when he could have just passed it to someone. Jonathan Edwards does win the ball. And Yen Yahya slams it up the pitch. I'm going to turn it. I know some people don't. Oh no, I've turned it to. Oh wait, we're 1-0 down. I've been fiddling with this thing. Not a great start to this game, eh? Not a great start. I like to have it on quite fast, the speed of the game, simply because we don't want to be faffing around too much. The replays are generally slower anyway for the goals. Let's push forwards, and it's not been a good start to this game. They have punished us. We're not indestructible this season. Here's Yahya. In to Hans Hayne. Here's Drury tackled, and Sunderland can break again. Come on, yep, that's nice. Mopped up nicely in the end. Jonathan Edwards into Yahya. Through to Hans Hayne. What's he going to do? He's charging forwards. Don't give the ball away this time, my friend. He's still going. Oh, he battered it, but it was tipped over the bar. It was a good effort from him. And Mehmeti will take the corner. Oh, no, caught by the keeper. He's got 15 on corners. What's that? Straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Not good enough. It's been an equal game, but they've got the goal. And that's what matters at the end of the day. So, pretty disappointed with that. Schultz dead. What on earth has happened to him? I'm going to bring Garber on. In fact, oh no, we don't have Hair on the bench. I've kind of given up on Hair recently. The other German we have. Yeah, we will bring Garber on. He's going to play as a deep line playmaker. Mehmeti's going to play as an advanced playmaker. The strikers aren't doing it today, are they? We're going to pump it. We're going to roam from positions. We're going to go for it in the second half because we need to. We basically reverted to last season's tactic by playing a deep line playmaker and an advanced playmaker in the middle. Here's Hayne coming forwards. He likes to run with it. Here's JCG. Can he? Oh no, it's blocked. Stephen Dean whips it in. No, knocked away. But Hayne, what's he going to do? It's back to Stephen Dean. Good crossing. Lorenzini. No, it's not going our way today, is it? Gareth Sheriff, baby. Gareth Sheriff. Oh. Good old Gareth Sheriff. Working in the ticket office these days. Here comes Sunderland. This is going to be a second. We've been split open on the counter-attack. And Bozovic, the danger man, has found the back of the net. They're punishing us. They're getting their revenge for last season. I suppose it was inevitable. But there we go. We're going to have to... I'm going to bring on Pascual. He did well in the last live com. Well, against Middlesbrough. What's going on here? Not Francis Arthur Owusu. Francis Arthur Owusu's been banging them in for the under-23s. Jack Young's morale is very poor. He actually asked to leave the club, believe it or not. And I said, you're not going to win any medals elsewhere. He's not going to get played anywhere else. He's going to retire if he leaves the club, so he might as well stay. I'm actually going to take Spencer Drury off. It's not been his day at all. We're going to bring on Francis Arthur Owusu. He's got 15 goals in like 7 under-23 games. So he's coming on. Some will say bring on Jack Young, but he's not been quite as good and his morale's a bit low. We're going to... I don't know, encourage. Hit it long. Oh, why haven't I been exploiting the flanks? They're playing a bloody diamond in the middle. I'm an idiot. I usually exploit the flanks in these situations. We've got a highlight. Is this going to be a third for Sunderland? Are they going to really, really destroy me? Yeah, they are. It's all over. It's not been a good day today. You just get these games sometimes, don't you? That's the thing. And unfortunately, it's a very annoying defeat away from home. Perhaps I need to be more structured away from home against big teams. Play counter football as well, possibly. Because we've not done anything. We've created no half chances or no clear-cut chances. And they have got their revenge. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased because it was not a good performance whatsoever. We've dropped out the playoffs for the time being. Sunderland move above us on goal difference. Still very close, but we go to Aston Villa next, who are top of the table. Lorenzini hasn't scored for 9 hours of football. I didn't even realise that. That's bad. Schultz injured for 3 to 4 weeks. That's bad. Who am I going to play in the middle now? We've not really got any other ball-winning midfielders. I'm going to have to play Garber, I think. Actually, we're playing Memeti there. He can play as ball-winning midfielder. Garber on the right. Yeah, we'll go with that. On the bench, Hare will come back. God, look at this crazy game. We just lost 5-4 to Billericay Town. Regen Rovers under 23. So they played the first Billericay Town team. Not bad, I guess. Lots of goals going in. Jack Young scored. Arthur Owusu scored. Pascal Hare scored. They're doing well this season. They are currently top of Group 6. We might actually finally win something. International duty. It's almost as boring as real life. Lawrence Rhodes is injured, which means I'm going to have to play Brad Howard, I think. So a few players played for their international teams. Stephen Dean, once again, didn't have a very good game though, did he? Lawrence Rhodes played for the under-19 England team. McGuigan managed to get his 4th cap for Northern Ireland. He has scored for Northern Ireland, by the way, so well done to him. And Petrov continues to play for Belarus. Else on loan. He's doing okay. Average rating 7.0. Not bad. Brad Howard's got injured now, so I'm kind of gonna have to play Eamon Lynch. Oh, what are the chances? I could play Danny Boy, our club captain, who hasn't played a single match this season. Now Danny Boy wants to play first team football. Jonathan Edwards has been too good, my friend Danny. It's all going on at Regen Rovers at the moment. There's quite a few players unhappy about lack of first team football. Brad Howard, Jack Young even. Actually, Jack Young wasn't unhappy about first team football. He was more unhappy. Well, he just wanted to move on. Which I don't blame him, but he's not going to be able to find anywhere else. And now McGuigan. Blimey. I'm going to tell him he needs to be scoring goals for us if he wants a new contract. And it's true, he's on much less than the rest of my strikers. He's only on 400 quid a week. He's only less than Jack Young. But he's only scored 1 goal this season in those 5 starts and 5 sub appearances. So we'll give him the opportunity to come off the bench a bit more, maybe even start the odd game. But he needs to score if he wants a new contract. I think his contract is up at the end of the season, so I might just give him one anyway at some point, if I feel it's worth keeping him. Is it? He's got good striker attributes, but nothing else really. But he's similar to Spencer Drury in a way. Doesn't work as hard for the team though. Spencer Drury, 16 teamwork, has always been an asset to the team. Patrick Dibber, what do I do about him? He's not played at all this season in the first team. I don't know. He was quite good last season, scored a couple of good goals, but we've only got a certain number of positions available, and we've got a reasonably big squad this season. Top of the table, Aston Villa. Here we come then. They're coming down to Reigate actually, we're at home. But this is huge. This is the opportunity to get back into the playoffs. We've lost 3 live comms in a row now. I don't want to lose a 4th. That would be bad. We've not done that for years. This is the team I'm going with then to take on the mighty Aston Villa, who are top of the table. McGuigan's on the bench today. Don't shoot me for not putting Jack Young on the bench for this one. He's usually on the bench, and I have to give different opportunities to the 3 backup strikers that we do have. Lynch is in the team. Let's hope he can step up and forge a partnership with Jonathan Edwards. He might even grab his place and keep it. You never know. He's similar ability to Rhodes. Will we miss Schultz in the middle today? I kind of feel like we will. Possibly Rhodes at the back. This is their key player, David Pavelka. Look at that jaw. That is unbelievable. He's got 3 caps for Czech Republic. He looks deadly. He's got 9 goals in the league, 12 in all competitions. They're playing a 4-3-3, I think. Yep, they are. Exploit the flanks? I think we have to. But I'm going to go counter. Let's be sensible here. We're not expected to beat Aston Villa. They're top. They're flying. They've only lost 1 game all season. They're going to be pushing forwards. They're obviously a very attacking team with 3 up front. Playing one of the old Regen Rovers tactics of old. Long ago. It's like a fairy tale now. Let's do it for the fans. Let's encourage the defence. Need to give a boost. especially with a new man in there. Aimer Lynch hasn't been a part of this back four before. So we're going to counter, we're going to exploit the flanks, and we won't be expressive. Just be slightly more sensible. Maybe we should have done this against Sunderland, away from home, but you know what I'm like. I'm just, with this tactic, attack, 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 because that's kind of the best approach for this. Then again, this season we've been so solid at the back despite doing that. It's weird, really, how that happened, but the games we are losing are against mainly big teams that we're not really expected to beat, so it's not the end of the world if we lose this one. It's still a good opportunity to get into the playoffs this season, because we're beating or getting draws against most of the teams we should be getting points against. It's just that the stronger teams in this division, we are struggling a bit more this season. As they come forwards looking for an early goal, Hansane does well though, and it's back to Fulkachar. He blasts it up the pitch. Drury can't win the header, but he did okay there, I suppose. Stephen Dean does well. With this tactic, we don't dominate the ball. We've only got two midfielders. It is a problem. And this is going to be the first goal. Lucky deflection. Back to JJ Lizu. It's going to be tough, isn't it? Are we going to be able to get anything from this game? Maybe we will have to go attacking then. Let's play some wide football. Maybe that will work. No, this isn't working, is it? I think we're going to have to go attacking. Exploit the flanks, pump the ball into the box, hit early crosses. We're just going for this now. Stephen Dean's knackered. Lorenzini's not having a good game. What's happened to him? Here we go, Lorenzini down the left, crossing it in. Spencer Drury can't reach it. The keeper couldn't reach it. And JCG, that's the end of that highlight. Is this the opportunity to get back into this? No, it's not. Well, this episode's a write-off, isn't it? We've not scored. We keep conceding goals. This is going to be a second. Like I said, though, we are expected to lose these big games against the stronger teams, the teams predicted to finish towards the top of the table. Lorenzini's, it's just not going for him, is it, at the moment? We're taking him off. We're taking Garber off for Pascal Hare. And we'll take Hansane off for Giordano today. Feeling a bit deflated after this. 3-0 loss against Sunderland. We've not been in this game at all against Aston Villa. It's just fizzling out. They've been comfortable, haven't they? We've got a corner here. Oh, we're back. Jonathan Edwards, best player of the season, with the header into the back of the net. We're back in this suddenly. I'm feeling deflated, and suddenly, you know, there could be an opportunity. We will push her forwards and play him as an advanced playmaker. We're going to have to go for this now, aren't we? To try and somehow get an unexpected point. It's a good corner from Mehmeti. He's got 15 on corners, remember. And look at Edwards. He beat 4 players in the air. What a header from the Welshman. Can we somehow pluck a point from nowhere? They're coming forwards though straight away, looking to get that 2-goal advantage straight away. And no, Fulkachar picks it up. Well done, Mr. Fulkachar. He blasts it up the pitch. McGuigan can't win that. Hare over to Giordano. Into Hare, the German. What's he going to do? Lovely ball through to McGuigan. Oh, I thought that was going to be it then. I thought that was the chance to make it 2-2. It's another corner. Mehmeti puts it in. It's another. Oh, it's off the line. Unlucky. Giordano. There still might be an opportunity. It's crossed. That's a poor cross from Giordano. Maybe that was the chance. It's a corner to Aston Villa now to make it 3-1. Nope, good header away by Giordano of all people. But there's still, good clearance. I don't think it's going to be an opportunity for us though. Although, no. my hopes are raised so easily. Just a punt up the pitch. Although McGuigan, now he's through. What's he going to do? Be tackled. Don't stop teasing me like this. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to. I'm going to shut up. I'm still not talking. Ah, I thought that would work. I thought it would go in if I shut up. So close. Mehmeti, corner. Not a great one this time. We've had our chances, haven't we, suddenly? After going overload, it has worked. We just haven't been able to find the back of the net. Oh well. It wasn't quite meant to be, was it? At least it's a little bit encouraging, the end of this game. But it wasn't good enough, was it? Minute to go. 40 seconds to go. No, that's the end. I thought there was 40 seconds to go. There wasn't. We've lost 2-1. At least we put in a bit of fight at the end of that match. Unlucky, boys. It wasn't our day. But 2 defeats today. Not great. 10 points behind first place now. I don't think we're going to be winning the league this year, I'm afraid, guys. But the playoffs, they're definitely still on the cards, despite losing our 4th and 5th games today. It's very close. We're only outside the playoffs on goal difference. We're only above a few teams by the odd point, though, so we could easily drop down to the mid-table positions if we continue to go on a bad run. Sheffield Wednesday next to a 14th, so we need to beat them. They're mid-table. Reading towards the bottom of the table, we need to beat them. Bolton, 16th. Southampton, they're the big ones. They're expected to win the league. So, yeah, that's going to be hard, although they are below us in the table as it stands. I think the next couple games we'll take on a couple of supposedly easier teams to try and entertain you guys, get some goals against Exeter City and Bradford City. 2 teams we have to beat, really. 2 relegation candidates. If we don't beat them, then it's not great, is it? So we're going to take on 2 teams that perhaps I wouldn't... You might expect me to take on the big teams like Southampton and Sunderland and Aston Villa, but we'll take on 2 of the smaller teams in the Championship. Don't mean that in a bad way. Bradford, they've got huge support, and I don't know much about Exeter, to be honest, but they always seem to do well on Football Manager and get up into the Championship. But we need to be beating these teams if we want to get a playoff place this season. So we'll take on them in the next episode. Until next time, enjoy Football Manager. Have a great day. I will see you very soon.